I spoke with Lee Zeldin, and he thinks he's going to be cutting 65% or so of the people from environmental. And we're going to speed up the process, too, at the same time. You had a lot of people that weren't doing their job. They were just obstructionists, and a lot of people that didn't exist, I guess.
Moment from the big cabinet meeting. President Trump confident Lee Zeldin's EPA can cut plenty from an agency that Biden turned into a personal piggy bank for the left's green escapades. Today, the White House clarified Trump's comment, confirming the EPA is looking to slash 65% of total spending, including staff. This after Zeldin found $20 billion parked at an outside financial institution whose CEO was part of Biden's Environmental Justice Advisory Council. $2 billion went to Stacey Abrams, to a group that was linked to Stacey Abrams, which only had like $100 to its name or something. They got $2 billion. It's just unbelievable, the details. And Administrator Zeldin joins us tonight. And, sir, it's good to have you back on. Talk about how you're going to run this agency with a 65% cut. How is that possible?
In 2024, EPA spent tens of billions of dollars. In 2025, we need to be spending tens of billions of less dollars. My message to Congress is don't give the EPA all of the money that you gave the EPA in 2024. I don't want it. We don't need it. The American taxpayer needs it. That's our message to Congress. I have zero tolerance for any waste and abuse, and I want EPA to be operating as efficiently as possible. That means looking at grants and contracts, travel expenditures, real estate footprint, and staff too. We're looking at everything.
Yeah. You started this investigation after this video came out that showed this guy talking about how they're throwing gold bars off the Titanic and all this money that they had just, sent out right at the very end there just to get it to people, and all of the waste, the disgusting behavior of government. And then the $2 billion that went to this group attached to Stacey Abrams. I mean, how sinister does that money look?
Self-dealing, conflicts of interest, a lack of qualifications, and on top of it, it was done in a way where EPA was deliberately tying its hand behind its back to limit oversight. Wow. What you just referenced with regards to that Stacey Abrams-linked NGO, as you pointed out, brand new NGO that only received $100 in 2023, and then they get $2 billion in 2024? I read the grant agreement on page 7. It gives the NGO 90 days to complete a training called How to Develop a Budget. If they need to complete a training called How to Develop a Budget, how do you give them $2 billion? I'll give you another example. The director of this fund, the Greenhouse Gas Reduction Fund, gave his former employer $5 billion. And you just pointed out someone else who was serving on the White House Environmental Justice Council, giving an entity that she's serving CEO at $20 million, even though over the course of the prior 3 years, they only received $2 or $3 million. I think that this is something that the entire scheme should be looked at and investigated as criminal.
This feels like DOJ stuff. This feels very criminal. This feels like they're just taking our money and doing with it whatever they please. It's just a huge slush fund for whatever they want to toss money to, and a lot of people. I can't imagine how much of that is embezzled in some way, and what kind of lifestyle the people that work for these NGOs are living when they're getting $2 billion for a brand new. I mean, it's like this is, and we just think this is probably ubiquitous throughout the entire government. How terrifying that is. That is just awful. Administrator Lee Zeldin, sir, thank you for coming on. Good to see you, sir.
Thanks, Rob.
Everybody's reporting the same stories, the same spin. You turn the channel, it's always the same. But not us. We're different. We report the real news. No spin, just the facts. Turn to us, and you won't turn back.
Tune in to Rob Schmitt Tonight on Newsmax.